Hi, my name is Marianne Karanja. I am a counseling psychologist and a co-founder of Africa Street Therapy Medicine in Kenya.
So I'm Ella Jones. I graduated from the University of Pittsburgh and we're working with street medicine at Pitt.
I am Sheila Kumar. I'm a breast medical oncologist.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. I'm from Vanderbilt. I'm a fourth year PhD student.
I am Sam Jackson. I'm a street psychiatrist based out of Chicago.
Hi, my name is Jenna Norton. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, from the University of New Mexico Hospital and School of Medicine.
Hi, my name's Taha Rasul. I'm a second-year derm resident from Orange Park, Florida.
My name is Michiko Freed. I am the Director of Health Services for Hope Services Hawaii, which is the largest provider of emergency, transitional, and supportive housing on Hawaii Island.
Yeah, so my name's Jimmy Miller. I'm a physician with the Baltimore Health for the Homeless organization, and we are really excited to have it launched our street medicine program in April of this year.
You're listening to Streetside, the Street Medicine Institute Student Coalition podcast. Hi Streetsiders, it's Vinh. This is a very special episode for Streetside Podcast, where I had the incredible opportunity to attend the International Street Medicine Symposium in Hilo, Hawaii. This episode highlights just a few of the incredible voices of those walking the path of street medicine and outreach. From students to providers, I hope this episode excites you to attend ISMS next year, or help to resolve the FOMO you might have felt from not being able to attend this year. As always, don't forget to share our work, follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcast. If you have any suggestions at all, please feel free to check out the link in our show notes.
Whenever you're ready. So you said name, school I'm from, and then I think I'm looking what's forward to. Okay. I guess it's ready to go. My name is Nima Shariatzadeh. I am a third-year medical student at UT Health San Antonio, and the thing I am most looking forward to at this conference is being able to get more information to kind of further the service that we can do for the people that we serve, especially Dare County's most vulnerable. Street medicine is just such a new field, and in so many ways it's like, unfortunately it's seen as something that's almost like provocative, and there's a lot of advocacy that has to be done in order to promote it and kind of get systems in place that permit it to happen, and then the logistics of it as well, and how to go about things and who's doing what. There's just, with such a new field, there's so many open questions, and it really helps to be able to come to a conference like this where people are doing that work on the front line, figuring it out day by day, like new knowledge, new ways of doing things that we've never done before. And so I very much hope to learn from their experience to be able to better serve our clients.
Hi, my name is Marianne Karanja. I am a counseling psychologist and a co-founder of Africa Street Therapy Medicine in Kenya. It is a first one of a kind. Of that nature, and I am here to do a poster presentation on community-based programs in the streets for those who are addicted, for those who are having substance use disorder in the marginalized areas and in the streets as well. So I am really excited to actually do that presentation tomorrow. It's such an opportunity for me because I came all the way from Kenya. It took me like almost 2 days to get into this island. So I am looking forward to the partnerships that I will form in this space. I'm learning a lot in street medicine. I'm learning so much. So I'm excited. It's amazing. And yeah.
Hello. My name is Helena Oft. I am representing the street medicine at Pitt program at the University of Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I think I'm most excited to learn about these aspects of street medicine that are completely foreign to myself as a medical trainee, but that are inexplicably and indelibly linked to healthcare, including legal services, how we can extend to cover housing services, which we're a desperate need for, and then also the ways that these local communities here in Hilo have risen to meet that challenge in extraordinary and incomprehensible ways.
I am Sheetal Kumar. I'm a breast medical oncologist at Brown University Health, and I am most excited about connecting with people who have shared values.
Hi everyone, I'm Sophie. I'm from Vanderbilt. I'm a fourth year PhD student, and I'm our chief coordinator of SMISC. And I am most excited about tracking down each and every student and helping them know more about SMISC, because we inspire, equip, and coordinate students across the nation to help them become the next generation of street medicine practitioners. Woohoo!
I am Sam Jackson. I'm a street psychiatrist based out of Chicago. I am at the ISMS Symposium in Hawaii. I'm most excited, aside from the volcanoes and the snorkeling and the sea turtles, connecting with other street mental health providers, like we're in a room right now of maybe 40 people from around the world, and really building up, inspiring, recruiting, supporting other street psychiatrists and mental health providers around the world.
Hi, my name is Jenna Norton. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico, from the University of New Mexico Hospital and School of Medicine, and I'm the most excited about the breakout sessions because I really love being able to work with other teams from across the country and across the globe and learn more about what programs are happening in innovative ways and spaces.
Yeah, so I'm Ella Jones. I graduated from the University of Pittsburgh, and we're working with street medicine at Pitt. And the project is working on decreasing the effects of prolonged noise exposure in homeless encampments that specifically are along busy streets with a lot of traffic noise. So we designed a product that it's basically a 6-foot tall, 3-foot wide fence that you could attach to existing fences, and it has Helmholtz resonators in there that targets the low frequencies that are very common in traffic noise.
Hi, my name is Colin Henchy. I'm a senior at Pitt. I'm a bioengineering student. So I'm the engineering director for street medicine at Pitt, so I worked with several engineering projects before, and I helped direct this one. But something that's really interesting about this project is that I was talking to a lady named Lindsay Fox from Eugene, Oregon today, and she thinks that this could be something that might be able to be used in kind of the hospital for her patients that are undergoing psychosis, because apparently 80% of her psychosis patients, she said, can be treated just by getting a good night's sleep inside instead of sleeping outside, and they're very sensitive to noise, and so she thinks this actually might be a great idea to add to homeless shelters or encampments to try to revive some of those symptoms of psychosis. So I think that was a really cool application. But yeah, I mean, Ella and her team did a really great job with this. I'm just happy to be here. So.
My name is Nima Shariatzadeh. I am a third-year medical student at UT Health San Antonio, and my poster is about the unique benefits of hypochlorous acid, some of the barriers to use and how we can overcome them. Hypochlorous acid is kind of the have-your-cake-and-eat-it-too type antiseptic to use on wounds, because it not only kills germs, but it also generally does not kill your own skin and allows you to heal. The only issue with it is that it is insanely expensive to buy. It's hard. It has to be stabilized a certain way. It does end up turning into chlorine gas pretty quickly. And so there's some ways to overcome that. The biggest one is to use a hypochlorous acid generator, which basically takes tap water with table salt and vinegar and turns it into hypochlorous acid. You can use this to disinfect stuff. It's already EPA registered as a disinfectant. Not approved for human use because there's a lot of barriers. How do you know what you're trying to make? How do you know the electrode doesn't erode? But my hope is that through time we can start to use this more and more and potentially get some sort of FDA-approved device down the line, because in so many ways it is so ideal for street medicine. It kills germs, it helps healing, two things that are very problematic for people who are unsheltered. And so I hope that we can lower costs and increase its use, make it more widespread.
Hi, my name's Taha Rasul. I'm a second-year derm resident from Orange Park, Florida. My project is about revisiting street dermatology initiatives, lesson learned, and the need for street-based biopsies. So essentially, we looked at 3 years of data from Miami Street Medicine, which is where I used to work, and we worked on specifically a dermatology-based branch of street medicine where we evaluated skin diseases among unsheltered homeless patients, because these are a very large cause of morbidity. what we essentially found was that there was a large amount of inflammatory skin conditions, like all sorts of eczema, psoriasis, and that sort of thing, and then also a lot of infectious conditions, skin cancers, nail disorders, so on and so forth. However, our main finding was that about 25% of these cases, they required further evaluation. Usually that's in the form of either a skin biopsy, which is what we do a lot in clinic, or some sort of sets of labs or that sort of thing. Absolutely, thank you so much, appreciate it. So, that's 25% of cases. So what that looks like to do a skin biopsy is you have to numb the area with lidocaine. Obviously you prep everything, anesthetize it, sterilize it, and then you either take a plug of skin, you put it in a formalin bottle and you send it to pathology, you stitch it up, or you kind of take a shave of some tissue and then you cauterize it to stop the bleeding. Now, that helps a lot with diagnoses, but in a street-based population, we have to really weigh the risks and benefits because we're introducing a potentially new wound onto them. We're kind of we have to do wound care for some of those spots, and maybe there's a risk of infection from hygiene or that sort of thing. So essentially, our overall realization after looking at all this data is that a lot of skin conditions encountered in street medicine, they require a biopsy or further evaluation. But these biopsies require a thoughtful, patient-centered approach, which would ideally enhance diagnostic certainty and guide treatment. And also the induced wound from the biopsy would require self-care resources, which may already be limited. So this is just basically an overlap between dermatology and street medicine, and thank you so much for listening.
Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, really great. So my name's Matteo Abrazizi. I'm with the Albert Einstein College of Medicine and Montefiore. So our poster, it really started because New York City has all of these different resources for mental health care. We have like IMT teams, which is super unique to New York. I really wanted to understand which of these services people experiencing homelessness were actually using. So we conducted these qualitative interviews, open-ended questions with people with mental illness, seeing their kind of experience with the different resources that we have. We found kind of these different themes about what was very, very important to people around their mental health care. 4 themes really quickly: trust, access, self-efficacy, and autonomy. And I think some of the things that we heard most common in our interviews was that New York has a very special model of outreach called intensive mobile treatment, which is almost like assertive community treatment plus. It's a little bit better funded but lower caseload. People really kind of like this model because it helps preserve their kind of like autonomy. A lot of people that I talked to loved like the ACT outreach model as well, but for one reason or another just became disconnected. And then we're having trouble accessing their medications again. Also from our interviews, people endorsed how important just like housing was to their mental health. In terms of self-efficacy, they endorsed all these different goals, such as getting a job again, working as a cashier, as important to their well-being. And then lastly, I'll just say that we kind of talked about 3 different locations of our living room or shelter clinic, mobile outreach, and then the hospital as different settings for where people would get their mental health. People really talked about the hospital as a place where it's like a place where you go if you're sick. They keep you from dying, almost kind of like a stopgap measure, which kind of aligns with the safety net model. Interesting about outreach is that they liked kind of like the structure that outreach teams provided for them. And then for going to a shelter clinic, they liked kind of the continuity of care and that trust and rapport building that you also see with outreach, but they loved having a physical space to go every single week to get their care, even if they weren't staying at that shelter. So I think future directions, we're going to try, these were all interviews we're trying to incorporate with electronic medical record data, tap into the differences between different mental illness to kind of parse out better which resources people are using. Yeah, that's my spiel.
Okay. Yeah, this is Dr. Jim Withers at the 21st International Street Medicine Symposium. in Hilo, Hawaii. We're here to continue the street medicine movement's journey. The symposium is the heartbeat, really, of the movement since 2005, originally in Pittsburgh. It's grown so much. We're sold out the last 3 years here. But the diversity and the depth of topics, new interventions, ways of listening to the people themselves that I think really have to drive our value system. It's just really encouraging to see not only the technical skills, but the wisdom and the reverence for the people who've been excluded, just getting deeper and deeper. I do know that street medicine is only one form of health care for those who are excluded, but it's such a vivid way that it's, I think it's having ripples through the rest of the healthcare system, if not society, in terms of what it means to be a human, what it means to care for each other, and what it means to create community.
Okay. I'm Charles Zhang. I'm from Chicago. I'm currently on the board with Chicago Street Medicine, which is a nonprofit umbrella organization that supports multiple medical school chapters that do medical care in the city. And I'm really excited for this conference as a way for all these cool people and all their cool programs to work together, to collaborate, to figure out their challenges and solutions together, and especially for all the young people who are here, who are going to be our future and build awesome things with us.
Well, I am Christine Halverson. I'm with the EMOTE team, which stands for Emergency Mobile Opioid Team of Everett. And my bread and butter is that I am a person of lived experience with 3 years clean, and I now serve the community in which that I suffered. So I do 5 days a week street outreach, meeting the needs of each individual. So if that's detox, if that's medications, if that's just a little bit of a snack, or just sitting and talking and hanging out, that's what I do.
My name is Joshua Morganlander. My pronouns are he, him. I am a third-year medical student at the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine, and I am most excited to be in a place filled with people who are compassionate and empathetic and love others regardless of their past actions, behaviors, or the way that they are perceived by society.
So I'm Cole Elsner. I'm from the University of Arizona College of Medicine Phoenix, street medicine team. We're part of the vision care team, and what we did was comparing visual outcomes using a manual refractor and then spherical equivalent values from an autorefractor. We use the same kit where you can dispose lenses on site, and using the manual fraction and spherical equivalent, we compared visual outcomes and preference among our patients. We didn't find any significant difference between visual outcomes between the autorefraction spherical equivalent and regular manual fraction. And we found that patients with higher astigmatism actually preferred the manual refraction over auto spherical equivalent.
Hi, I'm Randall Ueda, also a second year at the College of Medicine Phoenix in Arizona. I'm not sure what Cole talked about, but I think the greatest strength that we found with this new kit is that each pair of glasses only costs about $5. We're using the autorefractor, which is a $1,000 instrument. We have to order glasses that cost upwards of $7. Saves money, the device is cheaper, and we can hand the glasses out point of care service, which is great.
My name is Michiko Freed. I am the Director of Health Services for Hope Services Hawaii, which is the largest provider of emergency, transitional, and supportive housing on Hawaii Island. We also, I oversee the Health Services Department, which includes programs of medical respite, street medicine, and shelter medicine, and connecting with our community partners to optimize the services that we can provide. It's incredible being here at the ISMS, International Street Medicine Symposium, here in our hometown of Hilo, Hawaii, welcoming everybody, e komo mai, because we can bring our unique perspectives on integrating cultural, island, rural healthcare, and what we all bring to the services that we provide to people experiencing homelessness. What's incredible is all of the people coming from around the world to be here and share their knowledge and expertise, their mana'o, feel connected in that way. I'm learning so much, as always, about how people get things done, the innovative, creative ways that they are dealing with are the political, the financial, the economic situations, challenges that they face.
Yeah, so my name's Jimmy Miller. I'm a physician with the Baltimore Health for the Homeless organization, and we are really excited to have it launched our street medicine program in April of this year. We're here at the International Street Medicine Symposium and really excited to be here, not just with myself, but with our outreach lead and some of our executives. And there's a lot of awesome, positive energy about street medicine finally being in Baltimore. It's never been there before, and it's an exciting time to bring it. The conference has been a really awesome time for us to be able to just provide further education for the team. We've been doing awesome care for people experiencing homelessness. Yeah, so the conference has been just a great opportunity for everyone to get together and share ideas and hear from other programs who have been doing this for a long time what it looks like. Like I said, we've been doing healthcare for people experiencing homelessness for a long time. And part of the teaching that I've been bringing back to the group has been, we're not trying to put a clinic on the street, it's a different model. And here that's on display everywhere, getting to see the innovation that's happening, the really truly person-centered and patient-centered care that's being provided, and then thinking about how we're doing that, reinforcing some of the stuff we're already doing, and thinking about more innovation that we can do in Baltimore. We were really lucky to get the seed grant, which has been incredibly helpful. The funds for sure have helped us to establish some of our programming, but even more so the consultation with the leadership from the International Street Medicine Institute has been invaluable to help us establish ourselves in Baltimore and really provide care to people that are untouched by anyone. We had an experience several weeks ago where we came up to an encampment that was literally in the middle of a river under an underpass. And when we walked up to the people, it was very clear that no outreach team has ever connected with them. And it's that kind of like exposure that we're going to get to connect with people who are not being touched, don't have services, and to be able to meet them right where they are and bring care right to them that we're really excited about.
Thanks for tuning into this special episode of Streetside, the Street Medicine Student Coalition podcast. Until next time. The opinions expressed in this podcast are those of individuals included and are not representative of the opinions of the Street Medicine Institute or the Street Medicine Institute Student Coalition. Do not use this podcast as medical advice, and instead see your own provider for medical care.